Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to the Center Stage interview powered by Boardshire, an initiative by RightSource Global. I am Dr. Madhulika Ketari, and today I'm going to host Mr. Sadanand in our Center Stage interview, where he will share us his experiences, thoughts, and expertise. Mr. Sadanand is a civil engineer by qualification and has over 40 years of rich experience in hospitality, real estate, and infrastructure sectors. He's been instrumental in transforming the landscape of organizations and has directed complex developments like hospitality projects and real estate high-end residentials, managing them right from the inception of project viability, design and development stage to the successful implementation and handing it over to facilities. This has been his expertise. He's currently managing huge projects as consultant in real estate industry. He's also associated in more than 10 million square feet of real estate projects designed as per Indian Green Building Council guidelines. He is a member of Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors, MRICS, and he's also accredited professional of Indian Green Building Council. Hello, Mr. Sadanand. Pleasure to have you on Center Stage.
Hello, Madhulika. Nice speaking to you.
How are you doing today, Mr. Sadanand?
Fantastic. A great day.
So let's get started with your Center Stage, So how do you view future corporate governance shaping?
The future corporate governance is definitely shaping in a right direction. A right direction, I mean, in a compliant way and in a sustainable way, more sustainable way than what it used to be earlier, and more effective way in terms of its performance, actually. So that's all contributions to the past. Stabilized government in India and growth, the way the growth has happened and happening, is going to happen. Also, will help in shaping the corporate governance in a better way, actually. And compliances, awareness on compliances has increased substantially, and the corporates, the boards have realized the advantages, the long-term advantages, and the sustainable advantages for the organizations, persistent growth by uh, by following the compliances. Everything has been helping a lot. So it is going to definitely shape in a fantastic way in future.
Sure. So now that you've, actually spoken about compliance and sustainability, so lately the buzzword is all on the environment, social and corporate governance and sustainability. So how do you, think the board of directors play a role in bringing greater awareness in sustainability and environmental practices in the organization?
Honestly speaking, bringing in the great awareness within the organization towards sustainability and environmental sustainability and growth, compliances on environment is going to be a challenge, but there is no option left for this earth or a planet to remain quiet, actually. If we have to maintain and grow consistently and in a multifold way and help the planet earth to sustain, we have to contribute. There is no option left to educate ourselves, to understand ourselves, to learn ourselves. And firstly, the board has to get self-awareness and education, and also has to be self-motivated. After that, they have to focus towards the entire organizational team to train them, bring them into the mainstream of following up of the entire environmental sustainability processes, so that it is not a contribution, it is not a help, it is not any CSR activity. It is for their own survival as well as the survival of this planet. So definitely, organizations are working seriously towards that, but a larger awareness has to be developed within the smaller organizations, and the family owned offices, all these people also have to be brought into the stream. And definitely that is going to happen the moment the larger corporates gets into that, the rest of the people have to fall in place. And definitely they also will realize actually if we are to sustain and survive this planet itself. That is what is my uh, understanding and my take on this. And I will definitely personally do whatever best I can do to the industry and to this planet Earth on the environmental sustainability.
I am sure about that, Mr. Sadanand. Uh, you do talk about board responsibilities. So one of the things I always, keep thinking about is, the successes for the board. So are the organizations actually focusing on their key managers to be future ready?
It is one of the major responsibilities of the board, and it is the need of the hour as well. Because the moment the compliances has to be followed strictly, the moment we need to follow processes and take the business towards the larger growth over a period of years and years for decades, like Tatas and Birlas and organizations like that, the organization have to start identifying their successors within the organization and then train them in such a way that they will learn the leadership roles. Leadership definitely has to be inborn as well, but over a period of time they'll get trained. They need training also into how to handle the leadership roles, and then how to take the entire organization under their fold and take it forward. The organizations are working towards it, and I mentioned in my past discussions about the environmental sustainability and the board responsibility. This is the biggest responsibility to ensure that the organization remain, sustainable over years and decades to come. They are working towards it. Whatever I see in the industry, wherever I have gone across, actually, definitely there are loopholes, there are weaknesses. Okay, with the present days competitiveness of the youngsters who are working in the organizations, the way the educational industry has been unfolded, even while working, one can gain more knowledge, gain more certifications, and give exams. So definitely that will help a lot in bringing in that successors portfolios very efficiently and effectively. So this is my take on this actually.
All right. I think we spoke about boards. I would want to move towards, your experience is mainly in the real estate industry. So
Uh,
how do you think going forward, real estate industry is going to contribute to the country's GDP?
yes, real estate industry is the only industry which has got the larger share of its business across world, not only in this country, because there are lots of allied industries and allied forces have to join hands with the real estate industry to construct any building, any intelligent building, or any office complex, or any residential complex, or any of the commercial complexes, whatever. There are so many elements which come into it, especially with the recent past in the last 20, 25, 2, 3 decades, intelligent buildings when we speak, and environmental features to be adopted into that to ensure that, we use energy efficient buildings, water conservation, and all these factors added together. There is so most of the businesses in the country or across world have to contribute to the real estate development. So that itself is substantial enough to such an extent that the GDP growth remain at a particular level upwards only. It keeps on growing, but there is very rare possibility of things coming down unless and until the turbulences normally happens in the businesses during those shorter durations, which is natural. Otherwise, the contribution is going to be more and more rather than rather than any reduction happening actually.
So moving from real estate to AI, What do you think about the role of AI in any organization function?
The role of AI is, I would say, still it is in a primitive stage, but it has got a greater role to play within the organization. And uh, I would rather, my take on this is one has to go with a with a cautious move, with a cautious move for a few years, for a couple of years to come, and build that strength and robustness in terms of controlling frauds, controlling all those unwanted intrusions and everything. But definitely it is an essential feature, and it does help in a faster growth. But fast to what extent? It should not take on the multiple lightning speed as against the human brain. That is where one has to keep a checks and balances onto its speed, and then how exactly we should move along with that. So, but definitely that is going to help a lot actually.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sadanand, for sharing your valuable insight across multiple topics today. We're almost to the end of your center stage interview and would love to understand, how was your journey in becoming an independent director and what role did RSG and Boardshire play in it?
Uh, my journey, well, I started my interactions with IDI and RSG. Actually, it has been extremely good. The contents, what I have received, and the lecture sessions, especially of Mr. Jayamurthy, they are really fantastic. I mean, the he has covered in his 8, 9 sessions the entire topic of the independent directors, what they are supposed to know, what they are supposed to, and the way he used to take as if you are getting into a movie, a 4D movie. Actually, it's like that. I'm being very honest, and these are my words directly. I happened to meet him in Bangalore actually when I was here a few days back. So it was really great. You people are doing a great work towards the industry for bringing in the great governance and compliances in the industry, actually, which was missing a lot. And that is why we end up in seeing so many unwanted issues in the organizations and ultimately everyone getting affected. That will substantially keep on shrinking and the growth will happen.
I couldn't agree more. And thank you so much for your kind words for RSG.
Mhm.
So we're almost to the end now. Thank you so much for sharing your time and giving your valuable insights. Thank you, everyone, for watching the center stage interview of Mr. Sadanand. If you wish to see more of such interviews, please visit our LinkedIn page and visit our website at boardshire.com. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you, Madhulika. Thanks to everyone. Thanks a lot.